What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Artist. The Artist was released in 2011 and it swept at the Academy Awards. Not only that, it is a black and white film. Not only that, it is also a silent film. Not only that, the only sound within the film is the score. Yeah. Now, instantly, there are a lot of people have written this film off. They're like, oh, that's gonna be boring. Not only that, it's a drama. It's not like those old Charlie Chaplin silent films from the 20s that were really fun and entertaining because it was all about the physical comedy. No, this is a drama. It's not like Nosferatu, where it's a horror film with a lot of creepy imagery to keep your eyes laser focused on the screen. No, it's a drama. So, yeah, and honestly, I was hesitant about that. Like, when I read that, I was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna enjoy this movie. But it was on Netflix, and I gave it a watch, and I gotta tell you, this movie blew me away. I mean, I knew there was probably gonna be things that I would enjoy about it, because it is very, very much in the vein of those old silent films from the 1920s. They're even using that 4:3 box aspect ratio that all those films used back then. Now, this film tells the story of a very famous actor named George Valentine, and it's about that time period in the late 20s to early 30s when talkies were starting to take over the Hollywood industry, the film industry. If you don't know what that is, a talkie is movies where you can hear dialogue, like their sound, non-silent films. Pretty much every movie we get nowadays. But George Valentine has spent his entire life being in silent films. And he meets this girl who he kind of helps get off the ground. He kind of helps her gain some success as an actress. And she begins to become very famous for being in talkies. And George Valentine is very, very close with silent films because in his mind, film is all about the visuals. That is his preferred way to express himself through his art, so that causes some tension with their relationship, and that's really all I'm gonna say about the story. Because, like, just saying it like that, it doesn't sound very interesting, but trust me, it is. Just go watch the movie. It will surprise you. This film portrays something that no other film has really portrayed, and that's really how hard it was for a lot of actors and filmmakers back then to transition from what they were so used to into this brand new thing that no one really knew quite what it was yet, and trying to cope with that. And it's definitely a personal battle for a lot of these people. It was for a lot of these people. I adored everything about this film, and I mean everything, especially the acting. Because like I said, this is a silent film. You can't hear their vocal performances, so it's all about their facial and physical performance. And they do an incredible job. Not only the actors, the filmmakers as well. This film, like, I guarantee if I showed this film to someone who didn't know that it came out in modern day, they would think that it came out in the 20s. Like, they would genuinely think that. Like, if I watched this film without knowing that, I would genuinely have thought that it came out in the 20s. They've even done a lot of things with the lighting to give it that kind of boosted white glow that a lot of those 1920s silent films had. Everything about this film on a technical level is perfect. The production design, the costume design, the makeup, the hairstyling, the cinematography, everything is top tier filmmaking. As I said, the performances are great. The guy who plays the main character in this film did win the Oscar for actor in a leading role back in 2012. Oh yeah, did I also mention that this movie won Best Picture? Yeah. And as I said before, this film is a drama, a silent film that is a drama. But it's never boring. I was entertained throughout the entirety of this film, and by the end, like, by the climax, there were times when I was audibly yelling, no, come on, you can, like, I was so wrapped up in it, because despite the fact that it's silent, it is so well written in a lot of these sequences. I mean, this movie has a car chase in it, and it's not an action film, and I don't really want to say too much more about that. I cared very, very deeply for these two main characters. I wanted them to get out of a lot of these stressful situations. I sympathize with George. I understand where he's coming from. I mean, I obviously all the films I make are talkies, but like I get it, you know, because film is very much a visual medium. So when you take a lot of that away and replace it with just people talking, yeah, I imagine he feels like betrayed by the industry. Like, I imagine that would be a very difficult transition to go through. And some of the ways in which they decided to go about showing what George was feeling inside was also genius. Like, there's a scene, without giving anything away, there's a scene in this film where it is very, very, very much a visual and situational metaphor for what is going through his head, and it was just, like, incredible. Like, I would have never thought of that. Only these people, only the filmmakers behind this film could have thought of something like that. It was, like I said, a million times, brilliant. And if this whole reaction is surprising you right now, believe me, I am surprised too. I did not expect to like this film as much as I did. I mean, I knew I enjoyed Nosferatu and Modern Times, but like I said, those films had the imagery and the physical comedy and the set pieces to keep your eye on it. This film is a drama / romance / tragedy, and somehow it is more engaging and investing than either of those two other silent films that actually came out in this time period. This one came out in 2011, and somehow it is more engaging than the silent films that actually came out in the 1920s. I mean, come on! There's really not much else I can say. All I can really say is how much I adored this film. It is a masterful film, it is a film that I love, and it is also a film that I'm going to give, that's right, an A+. Guys, it's on Netflix right now. Seriously, just go stream it. I guarantee you're gonna enjoy yourself. Do not be turned off by the box aspect ratio, the black and white aspect, see what I did there, the silent film aspect. Don't be turned off by any of that. Please, give this film a shot. I guarantee you're going to at least find something to enjoy in it, because I loved it. It's a perfect film in my mind. I gave it the A+. I did not expect to love it as much as I did, but here we are. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Look forward to a spoiler-free review of The Last of Us Part 2 coming very, very soon. Thanks again so much as always for watching, guys. It really does mean a lot. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep writing, keep shooting, and keep editing.